Hey everyone, it is day 2 here in Mexico City for the BACARDÍ Legacy Global Cocktail Finals, and yesterday was super exciting, and today's lineup is pretty similar setup. So we have 3 groups, and the first group coming up is United Kingdom, Argentina. I'm getting told what to do here. Belgium, cruise ships, Israel, and then finishing up is Ireland. It's going to be a super exciting day. Massive shout out to people on Cocktails for You watching. We've got an amazing host joining me today. What an entrance.
Hi, of course, always dramatic with me.
How's it been?
It's amazing. So yesterday was such a strong start to the day. Quite a few dramatic moments. Some of the drinks look amazing. I tasted quite a few and they're really, really great. I have no idea how it's going to go. The judges have such a tough job. And today I just can't wait to see the rest of them, to be honest.
So tonight is when the top 8 are announced.
Yep.
And what does it mean for bartenders to be top 8? I mean, top 8 is what it's called around here.
They've been working for months and months on end to get to where they are today. So you can imagine the kind of heart and soul that's gone into prepping for this. So yeah, I mean, I'm feeling it all. I'm feeling all the adrenaline, and when you get to the announcement, you kind of feel so happy for the top 8, but you also your heart kind of melts a little bit for all of those who didn't get through. But it's not the end of the line for everyone else. So that's what people need to remember as well.
Yeah, I mean, you've been here you've done a few Bacardi Legacies, and
I feel quite old now.
Tell me about it. You don't actually. I mean, top 34, they are winners.
Yep,
they're here.
Every single one of them are winners, and I think they need to remind themselves of that. You know, the journey doesn't stop there. It's whatever they want it to be. I mean, I did it 8 years ago, I think. Oh God, I do feel really old, and here I am today, still part of it, and I absolutely love it. And same with you, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. So, what's it like? What's it like hosting the room out there?
It's I hate presenting, if I had to be brutally honest, but it's been a lot of fun, and you know, just kind of working off the crowd and the guys as well. They've come up with some amazing interview answers, and better than me. Some of the English is so much better than mine.
That's awesome. Right, so sit tight, guys. I'll be right back with a tour of front of house and how it all works today. Sit tight. BACARDÍ Legacy is a quest to create a new legendary classic cocktail. It's a tough job for the 34 bartenders competing at this year's final, so what exactly does it take to win? Stage presentation. Making a great cocktail is a performance, and the best bartenders have this nailed. In the excruciatingly tense 7 minutes on stage, the bartenders have to make 2 of their cocktails for the judges to taste, at the same time showing off their bartending style and explaining their drink. It's a tough act up there, but it counts towards their final score. Ingredients. The drink must be something that can be made all over the world, so if the exotic ginseng root can't be bought in Italy, it's a no-go. To keep it simple, the Legacy cocktail also can't have more than 6 ingredients. Originality. There's variations on originals, and then there's drinks that have a new approach or a compelling story and stand out as really unique. Judges are looking out for exactly these drinks that are memorable and can become an established classic. Promotion. A separate panel of judges will judge them on how well they have promoted their cocktail creations. This behind-the-scenes presentation makes for a whopping 1/3 of the overall score for each bartender, so it's a big deal. The final drink. Now here's where most of the points are gained. The balance of the drink, how it looks, smells and tastes. And of course, how it showcases its main ingredient of Bacardi rum to create something out of this world. Hey everyone, so we're at my tropical retreat here. This is the safe space where we're interviewing all the bartenders. Excuse me. And yeah, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you a tour of what the bartenders will be going through and everything they have to do today to try and make that final 8 announced tonight. So follow me. When I'm on that bar later, I won't spill a daiquiri, I promise. So the bartenders will pick up all of their stuff and they will come up here where they'll be held before they go on stage. Now on stage is where it happens. They have to put everything they've been working on for the last 6 months and leave it all up here. So they'll get their things, they'll walk onto the bar. And right here, they have 7 minutes to make 2 drinks as best as they can. Once they're up here, give it to the judges, and then it's done. If they go over 7 minutes, game over. Let's go meet the judges who are in charge of all this. This is one, by the way. He's hosting today. Judges, good morning. How are we?
Hola.
We're going to go with the. We're going to go introduce yourselves again for everyone that's watching.
Hola, buen día. Hi, my name is Benjamin Padronovoa. I'm co-founder from Licoreria Limantur. Nice to have you here in Mexico, even you are in your country.
Hi, I'm Pamela Wisnitzer from New York City. I'm the president of the United States Bartenders Guild and of a bar on the Upper East Side. And looking for a lot of passion and looking to hear people's legacy. I want to see some innovation in a drink.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel de la Pola. I'm happy to be here. Actually, I'm a gypsy, so I don't know where I come from. And I'm really happy again, I want to say another time, to be here in Mexico City and looking forward to see a great presentation and great cocktails today as well. Bye-bye. Enjoy the show.
Hello, my name is Karina Soto. I live in Paris. I work for, in a group of restaurants and bars, Quixotic Projects. And what I'm looking for, yesterday was incredible, so I want the group of today to go way farther and keep teaching me beautiful things.
Hello, I'm Gian. I'm from New York and currently jobless, vagabond everywhere. And today has been a really exciting day, so we're waiting for see something more interesting and more impressive presentation and drinks. Thank you.
Can we do that mic drop again? Thank you. Right guys, that's the judges. Again, good luck today. I don't envy you. I hear yesterday was pretty tough. Sit tight guys and I'll see who I can snag for a cheeky little interview backstage. Hey, so we've just kicked off live on stage. Just to give you a bit of a recap on the running order in Group 1 today. We've got United Kingdom going up first, Argentina, Belgium, cruise ships, Israel. Finishing up today's first group is Ireland. So stay tuned and we'll see you soon.
Inspiration behind their cocktail, and we were moved. We were under the spell of so many of them. Remember Mexico yesterday? Quite amazing, huh? But that being said, today we're going to have a stellar round of bartenders, and I think we're ready to start right away. Are you guys ready? China, you better be ready. All right? Okay, good. All right, I'm going to bring all the way from the UK with a big round of applause, Mr. Leon Back.
My name is Leon Back.
All right, Leo. You are ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
Hello, ladies and gents. My name is Leon Back. I truly cannot express the feeling I have standing up on this stage in front of you all today. There are so many people I would like to thank, but I don't really have time for that, so here we go. My legacy is Queen Street. Queen Street is the name of my drink, named after the street I work on in Edinburgh, in a bar called Panda and Sons, where my journey began 3 years ago. If you didn't already know, Queen Street in Scotland is home to one of the most well-renowned bar communities in the world. It's home to bars where many of you in this room have either had a drink in or even worked at. The bartending culture in Scotland has been built on community over the last 2 decades. There's something special between us Scots. It's a bond that doesn't seem to ever want to break, no matter where we are in the world. Well, today reminds me of a certain Scottish movie everyone might know, and a quote from it that I believe defines this moment. A fashionable fight, drawn the finest people. It truly identifies with Scotland and everything BACARDÍ Legacy stands for. So, talking about that bond about special Scots never breaking. I feel the same way about BACARDÍ Legacy. After spending the last few days with you all, I don't feel that bond breaking anytime soon either. So, one of the things we associate with Bacardi, pride. Pride is something that we all have, we all share, competitors, judges, and audience. We take pride in our creations, pride in our accomplishments, and pride for our bar and country we are representing. We are all in this room together with a common feeling and emotion, and certainly the passion for what we love to do. Where there's pride, there's passion. And passion for me is another reason why I stand on this stage today. I'm a man built on passion. I love this industry. I love the people, and I love the social atmosphere surrounding it all. But I am also passionate about the pursuit of becoming the best I can possibly be. Queen Street began with something very simple. Put my heart and soul into a cocktail. After countless variations, I felt it was good enough to represent Queen Street. You can really feel that pride and soul of Scotland throughout all the bars and shops to go into. It's truly a place where a legacy has been built. And now, the Queen Street cocktail, built on the premise of equal parts to show replicable and simple practices, to show that this drink can be made anywhere in the world. Starting off with equal measures of fresh lemon juice and sugar syrup of a 1-to-1 ratio, truly provides that yin and yang balance of sweet and sour, which gives you a great base to create the next great classic cocktail. Moving into the next ingredient, another equal measure of Martini Ambrato. This is a beautiful, nutty, floral, and clean ingredient, which really helps amplify the flavors of the cocktail's profile, as well as giving it great complexity as well. In addition to this, are 3 dashes of celery bitters per drink. This adds a slight hint of umami and savoriness to the drink. It helps draw out those green and herbal notes from Bacardi Carta Blanca, as well as adding that saline-like element, which, as we all know as trendy bartenders, is a really effective way of drawing out flavor in drinks. And now, Bacardi Carta Blanca. This is what I see as the heart and soul of Bacardi. Clean, fresh, and citrusy. This is the pride and passion of the Bacardi family. Truly proud of what they have created, just like Edinburgh in Scotland and on Queen Street. And now, my 3-year journey comes down to this moment, standing up here on this stage, ready to shake up my legacy, Queen Street, for you all. I want to stand up here as the proud and passionate Scotsman I am, representing my bar, my city, and my country with this shake. And judges, there is one last element to this drink. 3 sprays of Islay whiskey over the top of this cocktail provides a great nose of heavy peat smoke and sea air, bringing the rum right through with those celery bitters. This is leaving you with a long, clean, green, and Scottish finish. Ladies and gentlemen, Nothing in this world has ever been accomplished without pride and passion. And this is mine. This is Queen Street.
BACARDÍ Legacy is a quest to create a new legendary classic cocktail. It's a tough job for the 34 bartenders competing at this year's final, so what exactly does it take to win? Stage presentation. Making a great cocktail is a performance, and the best bartenders have this nailed. In the excruciatingly tense 7 minutes on stage, the bartenders have to make 2 of their cocktails for the judges to taste, at the same time showing off their bartending style and explaining their drink. It's a tough act up there, but it counts towards their final score. Ingredients. The drink must be something that can be made all over the world, so if the exotic ginseng root can't be bought in Italy, it's a no-go. To keep it simple, the Legacy cocktail also can't have more than 6 ingredients. Originality. There's variations on originals, and then there's drinks that have a new approach or a compelling story and stand out as really unique. Judges are looking out for exactly these drinks that are memorable and can become an established classic. Promotion. A separate panel of judges will judge them on how well they have promoted their cocktail creations. This behind-the-scenes presentation makes for a whopping third of the overall score for each bartender, so it's a big deal. The final drink. Now here's where most of the points are gained. The balance of the drink, how it looks, smells and tastes. And of course, how it showcases its main ingredient of Bacardi rum to create something out of this world.
No, olvídate.
Good.
Para ahora y para la final.
Bien.
We're live. Hey guys, how you doing? Can you hear me? Yeah. Hey guys. Hola, ¿todo bien? ¿Cómo lo ves?
Vamos por todo.
Shout out to the viewers, guys. Cheers for Argentina. We're bringing 2 World Cups this year, Legacy and the World Cup for football.
Hey everyone, so I've managed to get this guy, who's Dickie Cullimore, the global brand ambassador for Bacardi. Welcome to my little tropical haven.
The infamous daiquiri bar.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, but nice shirt though, so we'll start with that.
Oh, thanks man. So we caught up in London a couple of months ago and talked about how this is the 10th year, where it started and where we are now. So how's this year shaping up?
So a few months ago, imagining what Mexico City might be like was it was pretty special, but actually being here, living the 10th year has been incredible. The sense of family is always important with Legacy, but it's just so rich, and the way that people are interacting with each other is incredible. It doesn't feel like a competition. It feels like a lot of people are here to have an amazing time and are so supportive. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Backstage, everyone, like you said, everyone's helping each other out, and because we're back here, we can see bartenders helping bartenders out, everything like that. What is this rum brothers and sisters that everyone talks about?
It just kind of naturally happens. It's not something that is planned. It's not something that I don't know. It's just a subconscious thing. Rum's a happy spirit, right? Rum's for enjoyment. Rum is fun. It's not serious. It can be sometimes, but it's wonderful for a party. And I think that the vibe of rum and the personality of rum sort of comes through in these people. And when like-minded people get together, especially fun like-minded people get together, it just sort of naturally occurs. It's a wonderful thing, and it's an absolute pleasure to be part of.
Yeah, it's cool. I have asked everyone that kind of like is heavily involved with Bacardi, whether it's family members, BAs, or like a global level like you, favorite Bacardi cocktail?
What time of day?
You call it.
That's tough. Okay, so if I'm trying to find out how much I trust a bar or a bartender, I mean, the daiquiri is the obvious choice, right? I mean, that's a litmus test for a great bartender. If it's somewhere super hot and I want refreshing, I'm obviously going to go for a mojito. But right now, I'm probably enjoying the sneaky airmail with the new Bacardi Añejo Quattro. It is absolutely delicious.
That was the other night. They were good.
Yeah, we've had a few of them. It's pretty tasty drink.
Right, guys, sit tight. We'll be up next with Argentina, but before that, check out the bottling plant that we went to the other day. It was good.
I'm Juan Piñera. I am Ron Master Blender. We are in Tultitlán, the Mexico plant of Bacardi. We have around 20 million liters of rum in this facility. Obviously, the big quantity is in barrels, white oak barrels, traditional barrels, and we take care all the time regarding the evolution of that rum inside the barrels. What is my favorite rum? Let me tell you. Bacardi has a different profiles of rum in order to offer options to the consumer. But my preferred one is Bacardi Gold. I like a lot to drink just with ice and still water. For Mexico City, it's very important this event because in Mexico, the culture of cocktails is growing a lot. We are learning to make good cocktails, and this kind of event is the opportunity to share the knowledge of excellent bartenders, mixologists from all the world. Friends, I wish you a lot of good luck. A pleasure to be here with you. Enjoy this event.
We're celebrating our 10th anniversary, and we're live from Mexico, Ciudad de Mexico. Mexico, are you here with us today? No, Mexico's not here today. What's going on? Mexico, wake up. Here we go again. Is Mexico here today with us? Much better. It is an honor and a pleasure to be in this beautiful city with such rich culture and such an amazing bartending culture. We're delighted to have great partners, and the hospitality here has been quite amazing for all of us. We've been having a great time. I guess next year it will be very hard to tap this one. So let's see what's coming up. I'm going to invite our next contestant, coming all the way from Argentina. And his name is Juan Ignacio Quijano. And his cocktail is called Magno. Okay, on time. We'll start right now. Juan?
Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Colleagues, friends, Jerry, my name is Juan Ignacio Quijano. I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I'm a part of the team of Presidente Bar. A bar that's my second home and also home to my second family. A family that's gotten a lot bigger since I met you guys, so thank you for that, all right? Today, thank you. Today is a very special day for me, not only for what it means to be part of a final, a global final of BACARDÍ Legacy, but also because 5 years ago, when I was a little bit lost in life, I moved to Mexico from Argentina, and this is where I started my bartending journey. This is the place where I discovered my passion. This is the place where I started bartending. But today we're not here to get all sentimental. Today I'm here to make you a drink. I'm here to show you Magno, a cocktail inspired by the passion and the character great legacies are built upon. Passion, vital to create anything worth remembering, and character, to endure those times in which the skies are cloudy. Throughout the history of BACARDÍ, Don Facundo showcases his passion by creating something truly unique and revolutionary, but also his character by standing truly to himself and taking the time to create something that would fit his vision, that would fit his standards. Magno is my tribute to him and the beginning of my legacy. We're going to start off by adding a handful of basil, fresh basil, into the mixing glass. This is a very aromatic plant known by its properties against anxiety and against insomnia. It didn't really work for me last night, but it will add to the drink. It will add to the drink a very fresh, aromatic, and a very distinctive aroma. We're going to continue with a bar spoon of Fernet. Oof, kind of cold in here. So, here we go. 1 bar spoon. Why did I use bar spoons in this cocktail? 2 bar spoons. There we go. We got it. Fernet. Yes, it was hard. So Fernet, it's a bitter and intense Amaro that will provide the cocktail and we will enhance it with its bitter notes and complex aromatics. It also stands for the bitter moments in life that we all have to endure in order to achieve. Then we'll go with 50 milliliters of cassis. Oh my. Cassis, which is a fruity liqueur, and it stands for passion. That comes easy to say. The passion that's vital for any great legacies that have been built. It will add the cocktail sweetness, it will add fruity, it will add color, and it also will add a great mouthfeel. Then, sherry, Fino sherry, a wine that I choose not only for its dry and crispy nose, but because of the great connection that I feel with Don Facundo coming from a Spanish family myself. It stands for heritage. Heritage, which is important because we have to remember where we come from, no matter where we stand now. And then, the star of the show, BACARDÍ 8. A rum that's a living proof of what happens when you mix passion and character. A rum that's been part of the private stock of the family that they decided to share with us, making us part of the same. We're going to do 40 mils per cocktail of this beauty. And now, a very important part of every cocktail. Thank you, guys. So, while I'm stirring, it's going to take time, but it takes time to build great legacies. It's good. the cocktail will rest over a crystal clear ice cube that will keep it in shape for you to enjoy. We'll perfume it with a lemon zest that will enhance the flavor, and it will cut through the complexity of the drink. And we'll garnish with a fresh basil leaf for visual and aromatics. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Magno. Every day, we build our legacies. Every decision we make is a part of that, and we'll eventually define it. Today, I invite you to live your life the Magno way, to embrace life with passion, and to have the character to endure. Today, my friends, Bacardí es Magno, y Magno es Bacardí. Thank you very much.
Che, Juan, venite acá. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for my tocayo, Juan. While you were presenting, I received 2 texts from Argentina. Okay. I know the whole country is watching you. And especially 2 dear brothers or family of mine. You're representing Ludovico and the whole generations of bartenders. And also my brother Gaston, they're watching. How was your campaign in Argentina? Can you tell me a couple of things? How much time do you work on it? How many people do you get to interact with?
Well, we added up the numbers at the end of the campaign, and it was really impressive. I really like football. I'm a fan of River Plate, the biggest team in the world. I'm going to use this to say that. And we realized that we could fill 17 River Plate stadiums with all the people that have ever heard or seen Magno, which I think it's a pretty interesting number, taking into account you can fit 60,000 people in each stadium.
Wow,
yep.
That's quite fantastic.
Thank you.
Big round of applause for that too. One more question for you.
Yeah.
I know Argentina perhaps is the #1 consumer of Fernet in the world.
Yep.
And I appreciate the fact that you incorporated that because of your heritage. But was it difficult to work with it, basil, Cariocho?
I wanted to make a cocktail that you could make everywhere, but that didn't really look or taste like anything else. So yeah, it's really not that easy to work with Fernet. It's very intense, it's very complex, the bitterness is really strong. But I found out that cassis, basil, and Fernet, they all connect the dots between the rum. And I think they all enhance the rum without killing its flavor, without taking the personality away. And it's hard to put Fernet in a cocktail. I think it's one of those ingredients that I've used that maybe you cannot tell it's in a cocktail, but if I take it away, you will realize.
So basically you showcase the mixability of a Cariocho and brought in the spice notes and the earthiness of it with it.
And the bitterness of Fernet rounds up perfectly.
All right, big round of applause for Juan. Thank you very much, Juan.
It's cold in there, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really cold.
Really cold.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, so we're live with Mr. Argentina. Just as he came off stage, how was that?
It was really great, man. It was great. It was cold in there.
I was just saying, you said it was cold. Is that
Yeah, it was a little bit cold, but everything got in the mixing glass, so I think that's all right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's about lunchtime in Argentina right now. Who'll be watching?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah.
I had to turn off the phone because I was getting a lot of messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to, there you go. You can reply to your messages now.
Oh, yeah, thank you guys. I hope you watch me shaking, but I know you tried the cocktail and you know how it tastes, so
amazing.
trust me, I bring in the World Cup 2 tonight.
You happy with how it went?
Yeah, really happy.
Amazing.
I'm really, really happy. Yeah.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, man.
No worries, man. Sit tight. We'll be right back with a former global champion. So sit tight and we'll be back soon. So we were back really soon. So please, introduce yourself.
Well, as you said, former global champion, BACARDÍ Legacy Cocktail Competition 2013, and nowadays the only woman. So hopefully there will be another one after.
The first lady of BACARDÍ.
The first and the last.
No, that's not a thing.
No, the first one. Okay.
So there's lots of former global champions
Yeah.
here this year. What's it mean for you guys to see each other again, like you see each other every year?
Well, that's pretty great. It is such a shame that a couple of them couldn't make it. I would really happy to see Ago here.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, yeah.
And Mark.
Yeah.
We came back live super fast, so Lizzie wasn't prepared.
I do it again. Yeah, it was a great opportunity to try all the cocktails, and I'm really happy that the competitors had the chance to try all the previous winning cocktails, so they can have all this image and all this taste what actually judges are looking for.
So the second night of BACARDÍ Legacy this week, there were 7 of you rocking the bar.
Yes.
In this crazy house in Mexico City.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That was a fun party. We saw you like throw in the drinks really high.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could do.
I think that was the most. The thing I woke up to the next day was just videos on Facebook of you throwing your cocktail.
Yeah, that's why I did it. I really wanted my face more often on Facebook. That's why I learned the technique.
Yeah,
so
exactly. That was awesome. Do you want to say hello to anyone?
Yeah, maybe, no. Yeah, good luck to everybody. You're all rock stars, and no worries, you're already champions.
Oh, amazing. Sit tight, guys. We'll be back. We will be back. I've caught it off you now. We will be back with the next bartender soon. That was funny. You're just like that.
from Mexico again, celebrating our 10th anniversary. Well, I'm gonna make this very short and strong. Last year, the world surprised us with amazing personality, cocktail enthusiasm. Rambanon Javale was our winner last year, and he truly marked a very important legacy. Ran, you went all around the world pretty much. I got the time to spend with you in New York City, share a couple of cocktails, share the experiences, but I got to know you. And for me, that was very important. You really left a mark in New York City with your passion, enthusiasm, very humble person. You were able always to listen to so many things, but you're really like a legacy man, and those shoes are very hard to fill. Belgium is attempting again to conquer that spot, so I'm going to bring our next contestant from Belgium, Mr. Didier van der Broek. And your time starts now.
All right, welcome everybody. My name is Didier from Dogma Cocktails in Antwerp, proudly representing Belgium in the truly magnificent city of Mexico. Before I start, I must warn you all a little bit that I am a very hyperactive creature, so if you are not ready for that, I truly and sincerely apologize. The drink I will be making is called a Mr. Dogma. It's the story about a bar. It is the embodiment of a dream. It's a classic style drink, golden age, with a healthy pinch of tiki. It's a drink we could have made all along, from roaring 20 speakeasy in downtown Chicago to, today, the smallest bar in southern rural France. So let's start where it all began. 5 years ago, in a, let's call it a brave, not stupid moment, never having worked in a cocktail bar, out of sheer love for cocktails, I decided that the moment was right to open a cocktail bar. And nobody stopped me. Now, 5 years later, you find yourself from a rather small bar in Belgium to the global stage of BACARDÍ Legacy in Mexico. And you're not just asked to make and present a drink. You are asked to leave a legacy. That takes most people a lifetime. It gets worse. You are asked to leave a legacy in homage of a man who left us with quite an extensive one. A man whose legacy today still brought us from all corners of the world here today in Mexico City, united by the love and passion for what we do. Now that is the dream we're fighting for, and that is something that I can truly build a legacy upon. But now, what is a dream without people who believe in it? You need somebody strong at your side, somebody who pulls the whole team. My Italian vermouth, a homage to my best friend and manager, Basha, a man who pulls out the whole team and a man without who I could not run my joint at all. He's a very classic man. He can turn about any classic spirit into a martini. And then I think it's important that we take the good with the bad. Sometimes in life, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to bite through a bitter pill. Life is bitter, ladies and gentlemen. Drink Amaro. Now we come to the point where I reach my true legacy, and what am I most proud of? And it is not a drink, and it is not a bar, and this is true. This is the people I work with every day. They are amazing. They make a beautiful mess every day. And choose them wisely. As good as they come, though, from the same family, citrus. But what is all this if at the end, it doesn't come together? You can have all these magnificent ideas and people, but at the end, it all needs to work. And here comes my grenadine. I didn't make this. My bar family made it for me, which is good. We all fall, but still, we have a damn good drink. It is a shake and drink, ladies and gentlemen. I actually have to shake this because this is the most ginormous ice cube I've ever seen in my life. But a little taste will figure it out. I'm putting it back in the box, by the way, Mark. Now this shake and the magnificent applaud you gave me, we now come to the part of the presentation where I really start to open up to you guys, where I get extremely emotional. And I give maybe a fraction back to a woman who gave me so much. A woman who, when she met me, I worked an office job, and who stood beside me in, and anybody who will ever open a bar, I can assume you, this is not the best idea for your relationship. And if you ever find everybody's attention, especially the gentlemen, this is extremely important. This can make a difference in your life, by the way. If you ever find such a magnificent lady, it is important that you put a rock on that finger. And she said yes, ladies and gentlemen. No, it was not this big. It's Dickie actually somewhere, because he told me the saddest story ever, and he told me I'm so scared to become sick at BACARDÍ Legacy that I never try any of the drinks because the contestants do. So I brought him a little shot, so for once in a lifetime he can actually taste what the drink is like. So she said, yes, ladies and gentlemen. So what do we get when we say yes? We need flowers for celebration and also a flower to establish my feminine side. Then we need, let's say, a dried lemon wheel, because it's beautiful for the heritage. And then we're gonna finish it all off, if this dried lemon wheel would work along, perfect, thank you, with a beautiful peel off. What do you think it's gonna be? It was orange, yes, because it is the new black. The Mr. Dogma, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Mr. Dogma, ladies and gentlemen, is not just a drink in celebration of craft spirits, it's a celebration of entrepreneurship, putting it all on the line for the love of the terrace. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where is Dickie?
I love it when bartenders put it at the edge of the seats. It's nerve-wracking a little bit, but they know what they're doing. Believe me, they wouldn't be here without anticipation and preparation. Didier, let's get over here, please.
I can, yeah.
Yes. No doubt, the Belgian has the happiest bartenders on earth. They're all so charismatic. Wow, incredible. Thank you very much for that. But I want to ask you, you've been here for quite a few days in Mexico. How the hospitality of Mexico has embraced you, and most important, how this week has been for you spending time with the most talented bartenders of the world.
So yesterday, I actually had an amazing moment upstairs where we were all sitting at a table and like an old Mexican waiter comes to me and he changes the ashtray halfway, puts it on the table, and he's really waiting his life. Like he's really doing a good job. And at one point, I go to watch and I say, I really admire and that you're doing a really good job. And half an hour later, he comes to me and says, thank you so much for what you said, mister. I really appreciate it. And then he kept on following me the whole day. And I told Basha this, and I said, because he came to Mexico last year, I said, is this normal? And he said, these people are just incredible. Like, the mojito is not done, and he already has a second one. You're like, no. I just wanted one mojito. Anything else, sir? And it was just fantastic. And this was a magnificent experience. You guys have the best people. I couldn't have done this without Ian Bell, who is by far one of the most incredible people I ever got the privilege of meeting. Who knew that breathing could make such a difference?
It's true. Ladies and gentlemen, from Clarita to Mr. Dogma. Big round of applause for Didier.
BACARDÍ Legacy is a quest to create a new legendary classic cocktail. It's a tough job for the 34 bartenders competing at this year's final, so what exactly does it take to win? Stage presentation. Making a great cocktail is a performance, and the best bartenders have this nailed. In the excruciatingly tense 7 minutes on stage, the bartenders have to make 2 of their cocktails for the judges to taste, at the same time showing off their bartending style and explaining their drink. It's a tough act up there, but it counts towards their final score. Ingredients. The drink must be something that can be made all over the world. So if the exotic ginseng root can't be bought in Italy, it's a no-go. To keep it simple, the Legacy cocktail also can't have more than 6 ingredients. Originality. There's variations on originals, and then there's drinks that have a new approach or a compelling story and stand out as really unique. Judges are looking out for exactly these drinks that are memorable and can become an established classic. Promotion. A separate panel of judges will judge them on how well they have promoted their cocktail creations. This behind-the-scenes presentation makes for a whopping third of the overall score for each bartender, so it's a big deal. The final drink. Now here's where most of the points are gained. The balance of the drink, how it looks, smells and tastes. And of course, how it showcases its main ingredient of Bacardi rum to create something out of this world. Hey everyone, so we're back with Mr. Ian Bell again. This morning you did a session for the bartenders?
Yeah, we had an amazing session by the park. We did a combination of Tai Chi moves and yoga astangas. So we fused those together in the park. And then we sat around this beautiful pond and we all meditated for 5 minutes and floated back to the hotel.
Floated back to the hotel, that's nice. Just before Belgium went on stage, the cameras kind of panned around and saw you like doing some little Jedi moves on him.
Yeah, it was Jedi. We have this amazing technique where you can use a tapping technique. So I'm going to just try it and you, Barry. It's not my fist, don't worry. So if you just tap the forehead, and everyone can try this at home, you actually bring the focus into the middle, what they call the third eye, which is the point of energy. And you connect this with breathing from the base of your stomach and the best smile that you can do. So if you tap and smile and breathe, then you calm down, it gives you focus, and it's easier to go on stage and perform. And I think we just saw that magic happen.
Yeah, there's going to be loads of people at home now being like...
Tap, tap, tap.
So what other stuff of like, you've been floating around backstage yesterday and you're back here now.
Yeah.
Are all the bartenders like wanting your help, and are they seeing the benefits?
It's very important to judge if somebody wants help, if they want a touch or a cuddle, just to try and get them calm. But you can see the tension rising just before they go on stage, and sometimes it's a release of what's called oxytocin. Just give somebody a cuddle and they relax, but it's all about breathing and visualization and giving yourself great energy, good mojo.
Yeah. And another packed house this morning for the Tai Chi?
Yeah, I think there was about 25 people, so we were doing sun salutations and we were doing single hand energy waves. It was immense. There's some great photos of it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Ian, thank you so much.
Great,
Appreciate
Barney.
that.
Always a
Cheers.
pleasure.
Great to see
Thanks.
you. We'll probably see you floating around backstage helping the bartenders out again.
I hope so.
Yeah, nice one. Sit tight, guys. We'll be back with our next bartender.
Fingers crossed. Pray for me. Thank you. I love you all. Love you, Mom.
Doing super amazing and elevated the education of everybody that attended to them. I want to thank, in no particular order, Ian Bell for his seminar, Mr. Enrique Comas, Dickie Cullimore, somewhere in the room, Ramban Onjevale for sharing his experience with all of us, Karina Soto for making us all entrepreneurs, Ruben K for making us show men and women behind the bar, Alex Katrina for inspiration and creativity, and our maestro Juan Piñera for making us all blenders. That being said, I'm going to bring our next contestant coming all the way from the cruise ships. This gentleman, Shekar Grover, has an amazing story to tell to all of us. So let's welcome him with a big round of applause. Shekar, the stage is yours. Your time starts now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shaker, and Shaker Grover. I'm from the world. Obviously, I cannot be from the world. I'm just because I'm representing the world of cruising. Originally, I'm from India, and I've been a bartender for almost like 10 years from now. Working for Royal Caribbean International for almost 8 years. Before my presentation all starts, I really want to thank you guys, and Jesse who's watching up there. I'm getting emotional right now. Oh, Jesse's there. Really want to thank you guys for an unconditional Bacardi team support. I am really glad. My friends and family from India, Colombia, and my father, sorry, you got it. My father, he's watching me from up there. Obviously, the cocktail that I've created, obviously before, if anybody didn't get to know what my name is Shaker, cocktail shaker, everybody knows about it, like we're bartenders, right? Yeah, that's exactly right. My father was a visionary, and he knew that I'll grow up to be a bartender one day. So the cocktail which I've created and the cocktail which I'll be presenting to you is known as the Royal Legacy. Obviously, making this complex cocktail, the flavors are so complex, but I wanted to get something that would actually stand apart the name of the cocktail. So 2 words that have actually made difference in my life is the company that I work for, Royal Caribbean International, and BACARDÍ Legacy. So when I blended these 2 names, it came out to be a perfect name for a cocktail. And when I started to learn about Bacardi, the journey made me learn more about things. Well, the first ingredient which I'll be using is Bacardi 8. If you guys are thinking that why my hands are shaking, guys, just remember I'm from India. If my head doesn't shake, my hand starts to shake. Well, first ingredient was Bacardi 8. As we know about Don Facundo, in my presentation, Bacardi 8 will be representing Don Facundo, and the rest of the products will be representing his heirs. As Don Facundo kept all his legacy and all his tradition in the family and still came out to be pioneers in the industry. The same way, I'm using all the products which are currently owned by the Bacardi family, which is Martini Bianco, Martini Rosso. Well, this is Martini Bianco, which has been infused with dates. Okay, again, I have to stop you guys here, because if you guys are thinking about the dating sites, what we are talking about, this is not the right time. It's actually an Arabic ancient fruit that we are using right now. The third ingredient I'll be using is Martini Bianco. Well, if you go about the history of a Bacardi family, you know that Don Facundo, about a century and a half ago, came to Santiago de Cuba. And he created an exceptional liquor which actually stood apart from everywhere in the world. That's why, I mean, everybody knows it's been the highest awarded spirit in the world, with more than 550 awards. So, cheers to Don Facundo. As I said, my presentation where Bacardi 8 will be representing Don Facundo and rest of his heirs. So the love and passion in the family, the love and passion actually in the family, it kept them apart. So these chocolate and plum bitters, I'll be using as the passion and chocolate as love. Well, getting some ice. every family in the world, I mean, every family goes through tribulations in life. Am I right? Yeah. Every family goes through tribulations in life. And exactly what happened with Don Facundo's family. So the swirling of the cocktail, the swirling of this one is actually representing the tribulations in life that they went through. The swirling. As every family goes, guys, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I mean, everybody cheers for shaking. Nobody does for swirling. Let's appreciate the swirling as well. Oh yeah, the mic heard it as well. Yeah. Well, as we know that everybody in the family has been so dedicated that you can actually see the passion in the people who are associated with the products as well. Juan, am I right? I mean, people are totally into the products. As a bartender, my main goal, and every bartender's goal, is that the way we make the cocktails and is in the stirring glass, that's exactly the way we want it to be presented to the guest. So, using a thick block of ice actually keeps the cocktail colder, but it lessens the dilution. So, cheers. Perfecto. So as we were talking, the ancient Arabic fruit, my garnish is going to be an Arabic fruit which has been infused with Martini Bianco. And they have been hand-pressed, so I'll be garnishing them with dates. Well, if you guys are thinking that, I would really highly suggest to everybody out here and whoever is watching to enjoy this cocktail every part of the world. Because if you are sitting in a bar and enjoying a cocktail and somebody calls you like, hey, what are you doing in a bar? Or like, hey, you know what? I'm just having a date in a bar. Unless it's your wife or your girlfriend calling. So just in case, unless if you see wife or girlfriend calling, you can actually say that. Well, by saying that, Colin, I love you, brother. Jesse, you're awesome. My mom, she's watching, I know. She's in there. My sisters are watching, and I love you all, whoever is watching me there. Thank you for the support. My name is Shekhar, and this is my royal legacy.
Big round of applause for Shekhar.
Selfie? No. Okay.
Shekhar, awesome.
Thank you.
This is one of the bartenders that have truly enjoyed the journey of Legacy this year and celebrated all his experiences. But there's something that you guys need to know. Cruise ships only got 4,000 submissions this year. Only 4,000. So this gentleman navigated a whole semifinals and finals. So how was it for you to defeat 3,099 recipes?
There were 4,000. You said 3,999, so I'm the one. So thank you.
How was it for you? Tell us about it.
I mean, it's been a great experience. Obviously, being part of this brand, I could actually, when I was during this journey, even if I was sleeping, I was awake. I could see the bats around my head. So, so that's what made me actually. I mean, I'm dedicated to this. I mean, it's not just because I'm a bartender, just because of this. Just because of this, how you guys work and make us be here, it makes a difference. Every bartender could do it. If you guys do the way you do it, salute to you guys.
Well, this wouldn't be possible with that amazing personality and hospitality that you share to everybody. You're passionate. You're amazing. Congratulations, Shekhar.
Thank you. And that's how I look on the ship. That's my uniform.
Shekhar.
That's my uniform.
All right, we'll be right back in a second.
Yay! Thank you, thank you. Where's my brother? Hey, my brother. Come here, brother. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I love it.
On live.
Live.
Yeah. Hey everyone, we're here with the bartender from the cruise ships. How was that?
It was amazing. I mean, I tend to get emotional when I talk about my father. So I might have left it, but I don't know. He's watching me. He's happy. My mom is watching. My sisters are watching. My girlfriend and to be my wife soon in another 2 months.
Nice.
She'll get to know.
Earning the points now, so giving a little shout out for sure. So how does representing the cruise ships work?
Representing the cruise ships, I mean, as Juan said, that they were almost like, they were almost like 4,000 bartenders, and he says that there were 3,999 entries. I was like, yeah, because there were 4,000, I'm the one. So that's why I made it here. Well, it's all about the passion. It's all about the love for the industry and the love for your job. If you are behind the bar, it doesn't matter who you are. You might be a bar manager, you might be the captain, you might be anybody. But if you are behind the bar and you have the passion, nobody can stop you.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's great. It's a great little analogy. So how does, from Bacardi's point of view, how does finding the cruise ship bartender work?
People be surprised. It's actually a lot of work because, like you said, there's only over 4,000 entries. So it took us probably a couple of weeks to sift through all of them to see which ones are actually legit, which ones are crap, to be completely honest. Yeah. But obviously the cream floats to the top, and that's how we found Shaker. So it was pretty legit.
Amazing. And with 4,000 entries, is that just from the US or just from cruise ships?
Cruise ships in general. So recently it's usually only been the US, but hopefully next year we're trying to get the Asian Pacific market and the European market involved as well. So we're going to see that jump from probably 4,000 entries to over 6,000, which is going to be even more work. So we'll see what happens.
Such a huge market then on cruise ships.
Yeah, it's massive.
So how does bartending on a cruise ship differ from bartending on land?
Bartending on land, I would say that if you are working on land and you have, like if you open a bar, and in most of the busiest to busiest times, you get maybe 10 people, 15, 20, 30, 40. When we open our bars on the embarkation day, which is the first day of the cruise, we get 4,000 guests on board. And out of that, even if there are 2,000 of the drinking age, the first thing they want is a drink. So just imagine that 2,000 divided by the amount of bars we have, it's almost like 150 to 200 drinks bartenders make during that 1 or 2 hours during the start. But yes, when it slows down, then everything starts with the craft cocktails and everything. So we have every specialty bars on board.
Awesome, that was a great presentation. Congratulations and good luck.
My pleasure.
Good luck for tonight for the announcement.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers. Cool. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back with our next bartender soon.
Of a cocktail competition. My name is Juan Coronado, and I'm your host for the next 2 more presentations. The next presentation is an homage to Doña Amalia Victoria Moreau. I always say that behind every great man, there is an amazing woman. Ladies, this one is for you. We're bringing all the way from Israel, Irene Benjamin.
than 41 minutes on electronic devices. We're getting the impression that this is what we need so we can truly be happy. But today, I'm asking myself, how do I see my life in a few years? How can I be happy? Who is truly Irene Benjamin, and what do I have to give to this world? And I realized that in order to answer those questions, I need to go back to the basics, to the basic connection that at the end of the day gave my life meaning. For tradition, the Bacardi Carta Blanca, that in the past 156 years, the creation of Don Facundo still stands with us, made in the same dedication and love, giving us the best rum in the world, a rum that literally changed the world. The Bacardi Carta Blanca, it's the basics, to the creation and innovation that led Bacardi to what it is today. At the beginning of his road, Don Facundo was a wine merchant. And because of that, he must have known how well the Bacardi blends with other wine-based alcohol. And for that, I will use a dry vermouth. For family and friends, I'm going to use the red wine and orange syrup, because the red wine, for me, stands for family. My boyfriend is a winemaker, and my family, winecoholics. And in Hebrew, we have a saying, wine would bring joy to your life, especially when you're surrounded with people that you love. The oranges stands for my friends, the memories as a young girl sneaking into gardens after school to pick up oranges. But today, as a professional bartender, I realize how much waste we have in our bars. So I was thinking, let's take those oranges we're not using and the wine from last night dinner, and let's make a syrup out of it. Something so simple that everyone can make, regardless to where we are or how much we waste. All you need is 1 orange, 1 cup of red wine, and 1 cup of sugar. That's all. But you know, I believe that the connection that we're having, they're not also with the people in our life, but also with our surroundings, with our planet. For nature, I'm going to use something that we Israelis cannot get enough of. Hummus. Yes. We can literally eat it for the rest of our life. And today, as we are marching to a new, greener, sustainable, and a vegan era, instead of using egg white to get that rich and sexy foam, it's only obvious to use aquafaba, the boiled chickpeas water. And to wrap it all up, I'm going to use some lime and some bitters. Because without the sourness and the bitterness in our life, we cannot fully appreciate the sweet flavor of life. Are you guys ready to shake it? Yes. Let's do this. So, my friends, back to basics is not about reverting. It's about learning from the past, creating a better life with stronger relationships, living a better future for the generations to come. If there is one thing that I want to say today, is that we only have one life, and they're precious. There is no time for fighting. there is only time for loving, creating stronger relationships with our family, our friends, and our planet. My name is Erin Benjamin from the Zalame Akbar Cocktail Bar, and I present to you Back to Basics.
Big round of applause for Erin.
Thanks. Yes. Yes.
Well, not only she's wearing an amazing hat, which beats all the hats that I ever had, but also she's clever. How was for you the thought of process of bringing all Israeli ingredients into your cocktail?
Oh, to be honest, well, it wasn't that hard because this is something that this is so usual in my country. Well, the hummus is something that you can find everywhere, but in my bar, that's the only thing that we use in order to get this sexy foam, as I said. The oranges is the Israeli fruit, like that's the national fruit of Israel. So I don't know, it was pretty easy for me. And the wine, well, my boyfriend is a winemaker, so for me, it all just fell into place. This was all natural to me.
Fantastic. Thank you for creating a sexy culinary cocktail.
Thanks.
I'm sure like Bar Shira and now are watching this. Thank you for representing Israel so beautifully. Big round of applause for Irene.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, we're live backstage and I'm super stoked to say I get to hang out with this guy again. So this is Conor Myers, he represented Ireland last year and I thought we'd have a quick chat with him before Ireland's bartender goes on this year.
Yes.
Hey mate.
How you going?
Good bro, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm like very excited for Tony. He's going on. He's cool as a cucumber right now.
Yeah.
I was not last year, so this is amazing to watch from the outside in.
Yeah.
He's doing so well.
Are you happy to be back with zero pressure?
I feel so much pressure. No, it's good. It's really nice to sort of be back in the family and see everybody and catch up, you know. So we're just hoping Ireland can do it this year.
Yeah, amazing. So what's been going on in the last kind of year?
It's a lot. We've just sort of been traveling around Europe doing festivals and gigs, and I just relocated to New York, so I'm there now. So it's even better to catch up with the Irish boys in Mexico, and sort of it's nice to be home again.
Yeah, nice, you know? Awesome. Any tips for Tony?
Just smash it. Just smash it.
Is that a
and
tip?
do it for Cork.
Is that a tip?
Yeah, it is. I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit with my skull now.
I mean, I saw you just back then, you know, like the power stance that you've been talking about. Give me a power stance. You have to give me a power stance. That was the power stance.
Yeah.
Do you want to give a little shout out? I know that like Little Rock's a big thing for you.
Little Rock's a big thing. So Little Rock is what Ireland means to all of us. It's such a small but big community, and everybody's back home rooting for Tony. I want you all to switch on, give him all the love. He's going to do well. Your boy's going to do very, very well. So we're here to smash it.
Yeah.
Here to smash it.
Ireland like overperforms every year. Such a tiny like
overperforms. We perform because we got Alan Cavan over there doing the stuff, you know.
Overperform. What I mean by that is I don't think anyone expects it.
Yeah, we're the underdogs.
Exactly.
We're always the underdogs.
And you just go on and absolutely just nail it.
Yeah, that's what we
You've
do.
Got, I mean, my year was Karim.
Yeah.
Then last year was you.
Yeah.
This year's Tony.
Yeah.
The drinks are next level.
His drink is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to see him on stage.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Connor.
No worries.
And I look forward to catching up with... We're actually going to speak to Connor in a bigger interview later on with Alan.
Yeah. Well, I get my makeup on.
Yeah, which is not enough. Right, so I know you've got to go help Tony.
I'm going to help Tony. I want to see you there. Bye,
Take the mic with you. Take the mic with you.
Okay, bye.
That was Connor. Amazing. We've got Israel coming up next.
Israel talking.
Okay. It's really hard to do this when I'm getting shouted at from off camera. We're going to interview Israel next, but before that, check out the bar tour that me and Oscar went on, who's the local BA in Mexico City, and Alan Kavanagh actually features in that as well. It's a great video.
My name is Oscar Valle. I'm the BACARDÍ Rum Ambassador for Mexico. I'd like to show you tonight some of my favorite bars in my hometown, Mexico City. Come on, guys. Bar culture here is still quite young, so one of my favorite bars was the first proper cocktail bar in Mexico City, Limantur, in Colonia Roma. The name comes from the man who raised taxes on liquor, so it's a cheeky homage to him. Some blocks away is my second favorite, the Ladina Bar. It's a more informal place, the vibe is underground, but the cocktails are elegant. And last but not least, I like the 50 Meals Bar at the Four Seasons Hotel. The drinks here taste special because the bartenders use the most sophisticated techniques, and it's nice to chill in the garden. I love my city, and I love welcoming people from all over the world.
What a night. Mate, thank you so much for showing us around.
Anytime, brother.
It was awesome. Woohoo! Some great bars, great bars, great drinks. Everything was amazing.
Mexico is buzzing.
Mexico's awesome. The hat.
I don't know, it's just the color of the drink.
Hey everyone, we're live with the Israel bartender that was just on. How was it?
Oh wow, exciting. All the rush through the body. Ah, amazing.
Do you know what I'm going to call it? So many people are wearing hats this year. What's going on?
Oh, we're just healthy in the sun.
I wasn't allowed to wear it. I wasn't allowed to wear a hat in my year. I wasn't allowed to wear an apron.
Really?
Yeah, it was
no,
like...
actually the hat is because the color of my drink. And
it's a great hat.
Thank you.
So Israel is a market. How's the bartending there?
Oh wow, they're amazing. It's a growing market, but I think that the Israeli bartender, they're just so eager to learn and become the best. So all the time you find all of these new things they're doing and all of this innovative stuff, trying to do, I don't know, just thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Who's watching back home?
Oh, my boyfriend, all of my friends, my home bar, Zalame. I love you guys. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much. Awesome. Well done. Good luck tonight for the top 8. Are you nervous?
Excited.
Excited.
Excited. Yeah.
Isn't that the same as nervous?
No. It's all about the terminology.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Sit tight. We'll be right back with the Irish bartender. I'm imagining Ireland is tuning in right now to watch this. So.
Mr. Tony Berry.
City, I am so pumped to be up here right now. You have no idea. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Tony Barry. I'm 25. I work in a bar called Cask in Cork. My drink is called a Hug from Mary. A Hug from Mary is inspired by one of Ireland's oldest family-owned bars, and the owner and the bartender there, Mary, but I'll get onto that a little bit more later. So I am a bartender. I identify myself as a bartender because it's the only job that I've ever had. This is simply because I grew up in a family bar. My father owned a bar when I was growing up. So naturally, I spent a lot of my childhood there. And as a teenager, of course, I progressed to work behind the bar. And this is where I learned the fundamentals of bartending. You know, this is where I fell in love with the industry. And in Ireland, we're famous for three things. Well, more than three things, but especially three things. We're famous for our hospitality, our bars, and our Irish stout. And that's why I'm using Irish stout, because it's the first drink that I ever poured at the beginning of this amazing journey. Now, I remember I was sitting in my father's bar years and years ago with a very good friend of mine. We went to school together, we became bartenders together. I'm lucky to say I work with him right now, and this is the man that introduced me to the world of cocktails. I remember he got a job in a cocktail bar and he turned to me and was like, Tony, this is what we need to be doing. It's like we can express ourselves through liquid and flavor. This is amazing, and that blew my mind. So I had to go to my father, the owner of our family business, and tell him that I wanted to stay in the industry, but I wanted to do it somewhere else. And that was an incredibly tough thing for me to do. But being the generous man that he is, he allowed me to pursue my goals. So I applied for the job. I got the job. I went there on my first day. And I was like a kid going to school for the first day. I was like, wow. I was like, give me the shakers. I really want to make some cocktails. And he was like, Tony, calm down. He was like, you need to be able to get one drink perfect before you can make a cocktail. Bartenders are judged on daiquiris, how good you can make a daiquiri. In Ireland, you're judged on how good you can make an Irish coffee. So I use coffee So I'm using coffee liqueur because it's the first mixed drink that I ever mastered. Now, I'm using PX Sherry because I find it gives a lot of depth and complexity to the cocktail. It gives a bit of sweetness. The nuttiness from it matches with the chocolate from the stout, the vanilla and caramel from the coffee liqueur. You can really start to see the flavors playing with each other. It's also a bit of a testament to Don Facundo Bacardi. His humble beginnings as a wine merchant were inspirational to me with my humble beginnings in the family bar. We both strove to be everything we could, and that's why I'm using PX Sherry. Now, the bitters I've chosen for the Hug from Mary are Mexican mole bitters. The reason I've chosen Mexican mole bitters is because every other ingredient has some significance or inspiration to me. And today is the most important day of my career. And I'm standing here in front of you on the stage in Mexico. So what better bitters to use than Mexican mole bitters? Now, Bacardi Ocho. I chose Bacardi Ocho because it's my favorite rum. Actually, sorry, it's my favorite spirit. Do you know what? I'd actually say it's my favorite liquid in the world. And that's saying a lot coming from an Irishman. This is the base, this is the foundation of my cocktail. Every other ingredient in this cocktail is just a platform for this drink to really, really shine. It's so round, it's beautiful, it ties the whole thing together. So, Ocho. It's also my 8th year bartending, so Ocho. Now, you're probably wondering, what does any of this have to do with a Hug from Mary, or Mary? So, there is a gentleman called Pepe Valiente. So, during the Prohibition in the US, people used to fly into Mexico, or fly into Cuba, my apologies, and Pepe would pick them up and he'd bring them to Aficionado Bacardi, where he would give them classic Bacardi cocktails, Cuba Libre, Mojito, Daiquiri. And what we do with the Hug from Mary is something similar. So the Hug from Mary is like an active family. When people come to Cork, what we do is we bring them to the Castle Inn, to Mary's bar, and we sit down and Mary will pour us a drink together, and we'll sit down. And that to me is very special. It's an active family. When I do this, I feel like I'm bringing a distant relative to visit my grandmother, because that's exactly what it is, because we are all one big family. And that's why over the last few weeks and months, you've seen all these bartenders flying halfway around the world to do guest shifts with each other and help each other and support each other, because this is a competition, but we're all just trying to help each other to get to the top. So now I'm going to shake my drink. So this cocktail is shaken with ice and then shaken again without ice, because when I shake it without ice, it brings the stout to life, it adds a nice crema and foam to the top of the drink. And I also purposely don't chill my glass, because I don't want the foam to be lost with any moisture. Now, so my garnish for this drink is very, very simple. It is a single mint leaf. I use a mint leaf for the fresh, herbaceous notes. It contrasts the bold flavorness of the drink. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my gift from my side of the family to yours. Please enjoy. A hug from Mary.
Bravo!
Well, Tony, Ireland is definitely a city that breeds.
We're going to kick that off with United States, with Washington, D.C., followed by Japan, Germany, Finland, Italy, and then rounding out the second group of the day with India. So stay tuned. We look forward to seeing you soon.